If you're wondering where we went and what we did after we left Kenya for our visa run, this video is for you.
Right.
This wasn't a typical border run to a neighboring country, but what we did is we hopped around 6 countries on our visa run, and today we're going to break that down. So in this video, we're going to break down what countries we visited and when.
Where we stayed at in each country.
What we did in each country.
And our takeaways.
So the first country we visited after we left Nairobi was, we went to Dubai. So we left Nairobi on July 22nd and we went to Dubai, UAE. We stayed there from the 22nd of July through the 27th of July. We flew Emirates from Nairobi or MBO to DXB, that's the airport code. And while there, we stayed at Hyatt Regency Dubai Creek Heights for 5 nights. We also did a review of that hotel on our other channel, Beyond Travel Check-ins. It is an amazing hotel. It is like one of our #1 spots when we are in Dubai. If you want to see the review of that and what we thought about it and what the hotel looks like, make sure you hop over to Beyond Travel Check-ins. So highlights of that trip is when we're in Hyatt Regency Dubai Creek, one of the reasons why we choose that hotel is because when we're there, we have lounge access, right? And that basically gives us access to dinner if we arrive before dinner. And then it also gives us access to breakfast in the morning. And then in the afternoon or throughout the day, we have access to the lounge. So that's one of the reasons why we choose that hotel, because it's just an easy hotel for us to kind of ease into when we arrive. And that's one of the reasons why we chose Dubai. When we're leaving Nairobi, we choose Dubai because it's like 5 hours away and it's a stop before we like take that long trek back over to the other side. So it eases us into travel. It allows us to catch up on rest, and we also get to explore Dubai a little bit before our long flight.
Okay, our next leg we did from Dubai to London, I think 27th through the 29th. So it was only 2 days. We flew Qatar, right, via Doha. We went to the Andes, Liverpool, in London for 2 nights. So I think it was a nice hotel.
It was pretty nice, yeah. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I think the highlights were Westminster Abbey, the Buckingham Palace, Tower Bridge.
Just walking around was nice.
Yeah, walking around London was nice. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little hotter than I thought it would be, but it was nice. I'm gonna tell you though, we had those high behind fish and chips, and it was garbage.
I think we spent a lot of money on that.
Yeah, maybe somebody could have told me a better place to go, but I was like, I'm coming from the South. In the States, we use
salt, no seasoning. It's just fresh fish fried with some out coating, and I think we paid like $60-something bucks.
Yeah,
it was high.
See, that's my biggest takeaway from London is London. Like the city itself is beautiful. It's nice. It's actually even walkable for a city because over the bridges and all that kind of stuff.
Nice, yeah.
It's nice walks, but man, it would drain your pockets if you do not watch it.
It is true. It is definitely true. And we did get some nice souvenirs there because we got some stuff for the grandkids. Jermaine got a nice hoodie. I didn't get any hoodie because I was already planning to shop when I got back to the States and I wasn't trying to spend my money on no hoodie. But he does have a really nice hoodie that he got from London. It was really nice. Then from London, we left London on July 29th and we arrived in New York City. We stayed in New York City from the 29th to the 31st. We flew Virgin Atlantic from London Heathrow Airport, LHR, to JFK, John F. Kennedy Airport. And the reason we fly into JFK is because I get to stop and see my brother while I'm in New York. So we stay at the Hyatt Regency JFK at Resorts World. We stayed there for 2 nights. We also have a review of that hotel, which is an amazing hotel, on this channel, Travel Check-ins. That's kind of where we stay when we go in the city. It's not super convenient.
It's not as amazing as it used to be either.
It's not. The customer service is a little and
it's hit and miss now.
Yeah, it's kind of hit and miss. But the hotel itself, it's a really nice hotel. And they have a lot of building and stuff that they have going on over there. I wish they would. I wish they would kind of like step it up with their customer service staff. That would be really great.
Yeah.
But we always get a nice upgrade when we go over there. The view is decent from the room, and the room is just amazing. After taking that long flight from London, having that room with the big tub and the shower and 2 bathrooms in the living room and all that is really nice. So this time my brother came over to the hotel. He spent time with us. We went and ate. He did take us to a new restaurant when we were there. Drove us all around Brooklyn, and we got to see the city.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to go to the
restaurant that we like to go to because it was cash only. We didn't have time to get cash. But the purpose of that time in New York was family reconnection and just kind of like a little reset before continuing our visa run. So now that we're in New York, what was next?
What we always kind of do, it seems that we're always going from New York to Charlotte, and this was the 31st to the 1st, right? So we flew American, which we fly American a lot when we're in the States, from LGA to CLT. We stayed at the Hyatt House Rail Farms for one night, and we'll tell you, if you're in Charlotte, if you want a nice, like, low-cost hotel, it's out of Rail Farms. It's a little ways, probably 20 minutes from the airport when you land, if there's no bad traffic. And it's pretty nice. Like, you're in, I don't know what the name of it. It's called Rail Farms out there, right?
Yeah.
And it's nice. So,
like the suburbs of, like suburb area of Charlotte.
Right. So we're trying to get back home right across the border for, well, it's not right across, but across the border, South Carolina, and that's where the tax-free weekend came in. So if you're not familiar with that, you get clothes and Apple products, a lot of time electronics for no taxes. Yeah. And if you have a big purchase, yeah, that's the best time to do it.
Yeah.
Like a computer. That's $200-$300 difference.
Yes, and if you're interested in seeing what Hyatt House Rail Farms looks like, we do have a review of that hotel as well on this channel.
Oh, we do?
Yep. So we use that time to catch up with family, and so usually our son will come, our youngest son who's in college, he'll come and he'll drive up to Charlotte and he'll pick us up, and then we'll just ride back, spend time with family and stuff like that, and ride back and forth from Charlotte to South Carolina.
Right.
So we kind of spent some time from the 1st of August through like the 10th of August with family, catching up with friends and all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
So next on our visa run, after spending that time with family in North Carolina, South Carolina, we headed to Mexico. So we left Charlotte/South Carolina on August 11th. For Mexico, and we stayed in Mexico from the 11th through the 21st. We flew out of 21st. We flew out of GSP, which I believe is Greenville, right?
It is.
Greenville Airport, Greenville, South Carolina.
Yep.
And we flew to Cancun. And from Cancun, when we arrived at Cancun Airport, we hopped on a bus. It's called the Ado bus. And we did a lot of research on this before we got there. And so we took the bus from Cancun to Merida.
That's the way to do it if you're going to do it.
Yes. So it's like about a 4-hour drive from Cancun to Merida. And we knew we wanted a chill, calm area in Mexico. That's why we chose that particular area. Right. And we do have a video review of the bus ride to Merida. So if you're interested in maybe taking the bus, you can check that video.
Is it on this channel or Beyond Travel Check-ins?
It's here on Travel Check-ins.
Okay.
Yep. And so we got to Merida. We stayed at the Hyatt Regency Merida. We also have a review of that on this channel. And we paid for 3 nights, and then we used points for 5 of the nights. So we were there a total of 8 nights. And we really liked that hotel because that one also has lounge access for globalists. You have breakfast in the morning, wonderful spread of breakfast. I mean, the food is like take a little getting used to because it's like a different cuisine. But then you also have access to the lounge in the evening. So that kind of saves you some money. So our total travel cost for that trip was $290 for total travel cost $290 for transport, $411 for cash.
That's the bus trip. The transport.
Oh, because the 4 times we took the bus.
Yeah.
Because we took the bus to Merida, 2 tickets to Merida,
right,
and then 2 tickets back from Merida.
Yes.
And then also hotel cost $411, plus we used 25,000 points.
Yeah.
But Merida, the bus was really nice.
Yeah, the bus was super nice.
Yeah,
actually.
it was really nice.
Right.
And you guys can check that video out, and you can see the architecture and all that of the city was really nice.
And some of this stuff Sight is reading, it's got to do with points and miles a little bit. But that's the advantages of like living in hotels, and I don't mean just hotel in Nairobi, just anywhere. So these are advantages of living in a hotel when she started talking about points and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
Next, we went to from Mexico to LA on the 21st of August. We flew Southwest, CUN. Yeah, that's Cancun,
Yeah, we left Cancun
to LAX, right? We were only there one night, LAX via Houston. I know that we had a layover. And we went to the Hyatt Regency LAX. I think it called airport or something like that. But that hotel was nice. And was it walking distance to the airport? I can't remember. Did we walk there? Or was it a short
we
bus
didn't
ride?
walk. So they did send the shuttle, but you could have walked. But remember, they had like the road blocked
it was a
off.
divider.
Yeah, they had it blocked off. But the hotel is walking distance. We had done our research beforehand, and they said we could walk. But when we got there, we realized they had like some kind of blockade.
A 5-minute bus ride or whatever.
And by bus, he means a shuttle, right? It was a shuttle.
Yeah, it was a shuttle. But you know, a shuttle bus is all the same to me.
Yeah.
And this was like on our way to a cruise, so we had to stop in LA. It's getting in the weeds a little bit. That's when my points and miles kick in, so we had to go through LA. And then next we ended up going from LA to where? Do you remember?
We went from LA to Seattle because we were making our way up north because we were working our way towards the cruise. So we only spent that one night in LA, and I think when we spent the night, we was like, okay, we could see ourselves coming, visiting. Least, and plus that hotel was actually nice for an airport hotel.
Oh, really nice.
We ate dinner when we got there, and then even in the morning, the breakfast was good. Chef's kiss. It was really nice, and they packed everything up for us because we had to leave very, very early. So next, we left out of Los Angeles for Seattle on the 22nd of August. We flew Southwest Airlines from LAX to SEA. We stayed at the Hyatt Regency Seattle for one night. That was a tough one a little bit because we planned to arrive in Seattle and then take the train, which we did, and we wound up meeting. Is that where we met the Kenyan guy? We met a guy from Kenya.
But we were in the midst of things then, not really like going back and forth. We were trying to.
But we had been in that train station before, I remember. So we had come through the train station with our luggage, didn't we? Because listen, y'all, we toted our luggage from. Do you remember we was walking the streets of Seattle with our luggage? Yeah,
it was it was probably about 4 blocks.
It was hard.
Yeah, it was hard.
It was so hard. I was so hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that again.
It was horrible. So we dropped the ball on that one.
We did. But only reason I had so much luggage too is because we're leaving Kenya.
Yes.
And we knew we had 2-3 different climates going. We got a Kenyan climate.
Yes.
Then you got a climate back home.
Yes.
Which was hot.
Yes.
Mexico was super hot.
Yes.
Then we went to Alaska, which we knew was going to be on the cold side. So that's why we had so much clothes. Yeah, it wasn't super cold.
So so now we're in Seattle. We stayed at the Hyatt Regency Seattle for one night. I don't think they had a lounge in the evening. Nope, we went out and we walked and we got dinner. We got some sandwiches. And then in the morning we had breakfast. Hyatt Regency Seattle has a restaurant connected to it. We went down and had breakfast. It wasn't amazing, but hey, what can you do?
It was okay though.
Yes, it was okay. So our next stop after this was going to be our Alaskan cruise for 7 days, and that is from August 23rd through August 30th on Norwegian Bliss. And we also did videos on those on this channel, so you can go and check those out. And that took us from Seattle to Juneau, Ketchikan, Victoria, BC in Canada, and then back to Seattle.
Okay, the ship one, that's on Beyond Travel Check-ins though, right?
Nope, it's on Travel Check-ins.
Is it?
Yep. Okay. All of our Norwegian Cruise Line at Alaska stuff is right here on this channel, so you can check that out there.
Okay.
But a lot of our non-Kenya stuff we are going to be putting on our other channel, Beyond Travel Check-ins.
That's why I'm confused, I guess.
Okay, so what was our next stop after we got back from the cruise?
We went from Seattle to Miami to South Carolina, right? So Miami was just a layover. It ended up being a long layover, but hey. But yeah, That was on the 31st through September 14th when we left the U.S. So in between that time, that's still family time. We had a friend of ours from Kenya. He turned 50.
He came to the U.S. and was in the U.S. for his 50th birthday. When he hit the 5th floor. He came up to the 5th floor.
Yeah, and it was a nice thing, right? And this is time to enjoy family, like reflect, realize there's some good things about the U.S. also, all these kind of things before we headed to Bangkok.
Yeah, and it was nice because we came into the U.S. and we got to spend time with our grandkids and our kids, and then when we went to Mexico, we went to Alaska, and then we came back again, and our grandkids were starting school, and so we got to spend time with them as we left out of the U.S. So that was really nice, and our anniversary, I think, was in between here somewhere.
Yeah, our anniversary is on the 15th.
Okay, so next up was we left South Carolina and we headed to Bangkok. We left on September 14th out of South Carolina. And we headed to Bangkok, and we were there from September 14th through October 26th, which I believe is like 6 weeks. We flew. We flew.
We were from LAX.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to figure out how we got to LAX from South. So we flew from South Carolina to LAX, and then from LAX to Tokyo, and then from Tokyo to Bangkok.
Right.
Yep. So we spent 6 weeks. A lot of hotel points were used. We actually did a hotel point run with IHG and a mix of Hyatt. And so we stayed in hotels the entire time, and we are actually putting those videos over on Beyond Travel Check-In. So if you want to see the places that we stayed at when we were in Bangkok, you can check those out on Beyond Travel Check-Ins. Oh, yeah. So that was like a long-term stay. That was the place we stayed the longest after Kenya and then Mexico. Right. That was the place we stayed the longest. And we used that time to do content creation, faith, get our fitness routine together, and rest up before returning to Kenya.
Right.
And then after that, what was next for us?
Well, once we left Thailand, right, we are coming back. But before we came back, right, we got to stop in Dubai. That's the thing. So we stopped in Dubai. That was my birthday, right? I had a birthday.
Yep, you celebrated your 52nd birthday in Dubai.
Wait a minute, hold on. Something seems wrong. It seemed like I celebrated in Bangkok.
No, you did. You did celebrate your birthday in Bangkok.
I celebrated my birthday in Bangkok.
You absolutely did.
Yeah.
Yes. So, 52nd birthday. And it was more than just a birthday. It felt like it was a birthday week. It was a lot of nice events and stuff. Yeah, we did nice. We went shopping.
Yeah. So I know we backtracking, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys, but it was a lot going on. This is the logistics part here.
Yeah.
But yes, we did celebrate Jermaine's 52nd birthday in Bangkok, Thailand on October 24th.
Right.
And then we left on October 26th.
And then we went to Dubai for 3 days. Well, the only difference we did in Dubai this time is we stayed at the Hyatt Regency Dubai Creeks for 2 days.
Yes.
And then the Grand Hyatt for 1 day, just to kind of check it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Now the Grand Hyatt, the Dubai Grand Hyatt is an amazing, like the architecture, everything. Oh man, it's just nice in there. Really, really nice. The hotel is huge. I didn't even get to go and see everything because we was only there one day.
Oh yeah, the hotel's huge.
I didn't get to go to the pool, the sauna, spa, all of those different things.
They got a garden down there you walk through, but you ain't spend the time.
Very, very nice hotel. Very nice hotel. Yeah. So after Dubai, we left Dubai on October 29th. We left that morning, and we arrived back in Nairobi that afternoon. And so we were finally back in Nairobi after a long visa run. I think it was, how long were we gone?
3 months?
3 months. 3 months.
That seems long, but like it went quick.
Yes, it did go quick. And it was very, very nice.
Right.
So what were the biggest lessons from traveling long term while maintaining life in Kenya? Biggest lessons for me is do you want to go first?
Oh, you can go ahead.
Okay, so biggest lesson for me with traveling long term is planning, being flexible, and just packing patience, because when you're traveling around a lot, everything on paper is like, okay, this is the things you're going to do. But when you get to the places and something goes wrong, you have to have that patience when you're traveling around. And then also making sure you're prepared to re-enter into Kenya. Because one thing I realized that we need to start actually loading our M-Pesa before we leave Kenya, because sometimes we come back out Safaricom and stuff. It's not
we
really...
may need to make a revising of our video, what we need to do.
Yeah.
If you're leaving, well, we didn't do one leaving Kenya and coming back.
Yeah, just especially if you're living in Kenya long term, we know there's a few things we want to put in place to make our transition back into Kenya more easier.
Streamline, yeah.
Yes.
But you know what I learned? I learned if you're a person, like, say, from the U.S., and you can do all this with the same budget that you have in Kenya, meaning if you're spending $3,000 a month, $2,500 a month, $2,000 a month, whatever, you can actually take that and transfer it to other countries on your way back to the U.S. if you want to visit the U.S. or without breaking the bank. Now, you might have to make a couple adjustments, like look at point stuff you have and all that things, but you can do it for the same amount of money, so it will be no stress. It just takes some planning.
Yes. It's a sacrifice of time.
Right. So Kenya here really has taught me that I can live almost anywhere if I have to. Mm-hmm. Right. So I think if you're, like I said, you're in a diaspora, realize, man, you can move around really easy without having a super big budget.
It's true. I agree. Because I see us do it.
Yeah.
I see us do it.
Right.
So how did this visa run shift how we see home and our base in Kenya?
I mean, it just makes me see that's exactly what it is. I'm from the U.S., so I'm going to have U.S. culture. I'm going to have U.S. everything, just to be honest with you. But Kenya's our base because we love Kenya. We like being here. We like the experience of it. As far as I know of, we don't have any DNA connections, but who knows? We'll see if y'all ever get us to 10,000 subscribers. But yeah, it just makes you appreciate everywhere, man. Everywhere has problems, so it's no, like, for me, there's no need to just keep, like, down in a place. If I don't want to be there, I just won't be there. But I'll tell you, when you go back home and you feel almost like a visitor and you're on vacation, it's a whole different feeling than just being there. And I get that from, like, Kenyans who come home too. It gives them, they left and they're in the U.S., but they're like, man, I miss these things about Kenya. I mean, the same thing could be said on the flip side.
Right. When they come home from the diaspora to Kenya, they experience Kenya differently. And the same thing is for us. When we come home from the diaspora to America, we experience America differently. Right. And I think that was one of the things that just, like, surprised me so much. Just like how much love we have on both sides of the world. When we go home to the U.S., like, how many people love us, how many people are praying for us, how many people support us. And then even when we come back to Kenya, how many people love us, how many people are praying for us, how many people support us. Right. So it's just really, really nice. In this season of life that the Lord has us in, is really nice. What will we do differently next time, or what's our new strategy for long-term travel and visa? So first we'll answer the first part. What will we do differently next time?
I would not stay in. How many hotels did we stay in?
We stayed.
How many different stays? Like,
I think like
20.
I think.
Or was it 30?
I think it was more than 30 stays.
I mean, for 3 months, that's a lot of stays. Cause a lot of places we were there 5 days.
Yeah,
2 days.
It was a lot of stays. We have a video coming up, y'all. We had a lot of stays, a lot of hotels.
And that'll be on the other channel for sure.
Yeah, that'll be on Beyond.
But I wouldn't do that again. I would spend more than 2-3 days in one place. I would really narrow it down to where I want to be. And then next time I would just go to the other places, but not just try to get it all in one time. No, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah, it was just a lot. Yeah, it was like 30 stays in 90 days.
Yeah, that junk is crazy.
So that's a video we have coming up where we're going to recap. Yeah, it was wild, but it was a nice experience. But I wouldn't do it again. We would do it differently next time. What I would do differently next time is not pack as much stuff as we packed. We packed for Merida, which was almost 100 degrees, and we packed for Alaska, which we thought was going to be around 10 degrees. But Alaska wound up being so warm that you didn't even need a coat. You didn't even need a long sleeve.
Now, when we say warm, you go ahead and talk. I'm going to pull up what that is.
Yeah, it was warm. I mean, I think it was about like 70 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. It had to be 65. And then we're doing walking and hiking. So, like, we're doing walking. I'm not going to say we hiking no mountains, but, I mean, we did get on some rocks. But, yeah, it was warm. So...
Yeah, unseasonably warm for Alaska for what they tell us, right?
We bought winter boots, heavy winter boots.
For Kenyans, that's like 21 degrees
Celsius.
And that is hot in Alaska. So Alaska, we were expecting I wasn't expecting 10. I was expecting like 30 Fahrenheit, which in Celsius, that'd be -1 for people on this side of the world. That's what I was expecting, which is kind of a normal thing for Alaska, right? That or colder.
So you think.
Yeah, but
it was so warm, unseasonably warm, like he said.
Yeah, and so we packed all those coats.
And so we had to carry all of these clothes after Alaska, back through South Carolina, back through Thailand, and Thailand was super warm.
But you know what? We needed those coats. At night it was cold. When we got close to those glaciers.
Oh, the glaciers. We did need the coats, but we just didn't need all the other, like the pants and the long johns and all of that.
No. It's too much.
Yeah. So what's our new strategy for long-term travel and visas? Well, guys, you will have to stick around for our future videos because we are going to share our new strategy for long-term travel for the next year.
Right.
And we are very, very excited about it. And if slow traveling or traveling this kind of lifestyle we have is something that you're interested in, then make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you like this video so that our videos can continue to show up in your feed, and so also YouTube can know that you're interested in our videos.
And before we leave, like, I want to know in the comments from like Kenyans, because I'm not sure of this. How does that work leaving the country? Like, what countries are friendly to Kenyans that you don't need a visa for, and how hard is it to go to those countries? Like, how hard is it to leave Kenya? If anybody could kind of send us some comments in the comments.
Yes, and for our U.S. viewers, let us know what part of this visa run do you feel like is one that you would incorporate into your visa run.
Right.
Leave your questions, your comments down in the comment section below. And guys, let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know where in the world you're watching from. And we hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.